Come back to where Tigers walk. He's gone. It's finally gone. Goodbye, Walter. Auf Wiedersehn. We've got Matty, Jack, and Ben with us this week to ask the next question. He's gone, but who do you want next? And what do we learn from the Walter experience? Also talking January transfer windows and what are the whole priorities and who should be the November player of the month. But we can all celebrate Matty. We've been asking for it for weeks. We asked for it last week. And the Sheffield Wednesday game, even Ashton had said on Radio Humberside he wasn't going anywhere, even if they lost. And then 24 hours later, off he went. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's about time, really, to be honest. I mean, we were going nowhere. We're going nowhere fast, really. So, and I think he totally lost. He totally lost, obviously, the fans. And a few reports that have come out recently, like Palmer and Burstow saying that he'd lost the players as well by the looks of it as well. So, it's good riddance, to be honest. It seems like he was a bit of a arrogant. He had a little bit of an arrogant attitude and not helping out players and stuff. So, yeah, no regrets whatsoever him going. Should have been sooner. Should have been probably before the international break. So give us a chance to get somebody in. But he's gone. Let's see who we bring in next and moving forward. So, yeah, positives, hopefully.
Yeah. Do we need to recognise the actions of the chairman here, Jack? Because he did say he wasn't going to do it, and then 24 hours later reverse that. It takes some balls, that, doesn't it, to stand on a pedestal, say I'm not doing something, and then realise, oh, actually, I need to do this. So well done, Ashton.
Yeah, it's questionable. I mean, I don't know why he didn't sack him during the international break. It would have given him more time to kind of like figure out who he wanted in, and then the players would be able to get adapted with Andy Dawson. But yeah, I mean, he said over the international break he's confident in Walter turning the results around, and then he also said before the Sheffield Wednesday game, no matter what the result. And then obviously the fans turned on him. We started pointing fingers at Adrian actually a little bit, telling him to sort it out, and then the next night he's gone with immediate effect. So he's booted out the door, paid off, and thank God for that.
Absolutely. So Ben, who next? Here's what social media has been saying about it all. Johanovic, which of course saw Fulham promoted, feels like a long time ago now, was apparently the 5-4 favourite to be the next Hull manager. But then in recent times, Mark Robbins' name has come to the top of that list. We've had Steve Cooper's name being mentioned, Schumacher, who's going to get mentioned for every job, Ishmael Kartal, Brian Lowe, Matt Bloomfield, David Moyes is on there as well. So come on then, Ben. Who do you want?
I think, to be honest, my number one pick would probably be Mark Robbins. I know some people are up in arms about that today because there was some article that came out saying he doesn't want to have to apply for the job. He wants it offered to him. So he doesn't have to go through the interview process, which some people are like, it's a bit of an ego, but I think all managers have to have some sort of ego if they want to be a leader in a football club. So I think my number one would be Mark Robbins. The other one that's been fairly heavily linked is obviously Johanovic, like you said. He's got 2 promotions on his CV with Watford and Fulham. So it's not like he's not done anything, and everyone's crying out for championship experience. And then as soon as we get someone that's got 2 promotions, they're like, no, we don't want him. But yeah, I think one of them 2 would probably be best outcome, I'd say.
Okay, we've escaped Frank Lampard anyway, Matty. So there's a positive, isn't it? Who would you like to see in the dugout?
Yeah, positive. Yeah, I don't think Lampard would have fit in with us at all. I think it's got to be Robbins, hasn't it? I think he's got a proven track record at Championship level. He's done, he did wonders with Coventry, getting them up from League Two. He's got experience. He's got know-how. I think the only kind of thing that people are spouting about in the minute is like 85ish was his assistant, and he's not got him at the moment. So, and everybody seems to think he's the brains behind it all. But, you know, we need somebody with experience. If it's not him, I think Jukanovic would be a good fit as well. He seems to play attacking football. I've got a mate who's Sheffield United fan, said it, you know, he was there, but didn't quite work out because he didn't have the players. Is that going to be his problem when he comes to us? Probably ain't got the players. Whereas I think Robbins will probably get something out of the team that we've got at the moment. And Arjun did say the other night that we'll get to January, we'll get some new players in. So hopefully we'll get the right players in to kind of boost that. But yeah, I think Robbins is the clear favourite, and I think we'd be crazy not to go with him, to be honest.
Okay. Let us know in the comments what you think. Jack, what's your view on this?
Yeah, obviously, I've heard good things about Mark Robbins. I mean, obviously, it was Coventry and everything like that. The lads have summed up nicely. But I also think Steve Cooper would be a decent shout as well. I mean, everyone I've been talking to about this has been saying Steve Cooper's a no-brainer. Obviously, they're not Hull fans, but they're just seeing what Steve Cooper's done with Nottingham Forest. And he did well at Leicester to some extent. But obviously, it's a bit different there. I think he will be good in the Championship again, and he's got experience, and that's what we're after. So yeah, Steve Cooper or Mark Robbins for me.
Okay, you got three decent names there, haven't you? And around, and I know we've spoken to already Derby fans who want Paul Ward gone and would want to try and get Mark Robbins in as quickly as they possibly can. Luton Town also are probably like to say goodbye to Rob Edwards soon, and they're going to try and probably get Mark Robbins in. So if it is Robbins, you need to sign him quickly before the fight happens. We haven't talked about the Middlesbrough game. I'm not sure we need to, but our mandate is we talk about every Hull City game. So let's talk about Sheffield Wednesday briefly. Ben, were there any positives to take from the Sheffield Wednesday game?
Not really.
Okay, other than you lost and exited him.
I think that's all you need to say about it. There wasn't really much. The players didn't look like they really believed they could get out from it. I think it was almost like a lost cause of a game, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Okay.
As poor as we've played this season, definitely.
It was dreadful.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about sacrificing the game last week, and I think that's what we kind of did on Tuesday night. We didn't. There's no effort from the players. They kind of was walking around in the 80th minute, and since when the booze started and the chants, that was it. They were done.
Okay. William says about the Borough game, it wasn't a terrible performance, seeing how they should have had a red card 20 minutes in. It was really good from Bidia, your favourite player, Jack, and Burstow when they came on. But sheer lack of quality in defence seen as Hughes wasn't in it. Pedro was absolutely shocking. Jack, was Pedro absolutely shocking?
Oh yeah, I mean he was asking for a foul on every single challenge against him, but I mean some of them were maybe he should have been penalised for, but yeah, Pedro was. I think Badia played better. I have to say, I'm going to be fair to him. I'm going to be a bit nicer to him today. He did play some nice when he came on. He did play some nice, but yeah, Pedro was a bit all over the shop, unfortunately.
Okay. And you're missing Hughes, Ben, massively in that defence, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think you could tell. Alfie Jones didn't seem quite as settled with. I know they're like best mates off the pitch, but he didn't seem anywhere near as settled as he does with Charlie Hughes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We'll leave Borough there then, shall we? Given that hopefully we'll have a new manager in time for the next game, which of course, Matty, comes next weekend. Back at the MKM with Blackburn visiting. John Eustace has just beaten Leeds. He's just beaten Borough. Not the ideal fixture, is it?
Give us a break. Come on, give somebody. Well, to be honest, I don't think anybody would beat at the minute, but it's a tough game, isn't it? Blackburn are really on fire, aren't they, at the moment? They're playing well last two games. They're having a good season, aren't they? It's going to be a tough game, but I think there were a few positives from Saturday. The second half, I still think we look a lot better with Giles on the left-hand side. I think he's just natural on that side. It just looks so much better when he came on. So it's a tough game, but at least the players put the effort in. They put the effort in on Saturday, and you could tell that we're just lacking a bit of quality out. We're really in front of goal, and then defensively we look all over the place as well. So, but all we can do is bring it on and see how we get on.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way you're going down. I know you're in the bottom three at the moment, Jack, but you've got far too much quality there. And I don't know if you've been noticing all those results as well, but Plymouth are shocking. Oxford, I know they beat you, but they're on the wobble. Derby County fans, as we've already mentioned, aren't happy. So there's definitely at least 5 teams worse than Hull City this season, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, it just depends on what we can do and who we can bring in. I mean, our team's definitely got quality in it, like you said. I mean, to be fair, going back to the Borough game, I thought there was a lot more positivity there, and there's a lot more desire to get the ball forward. And actually, when Bester scored the goal, he fist bumped the fans, and he kind of signalled to them like, we're going to get into this. But obviously, got a deflection and a deflected goal, and it took all the sting out of us. So, but yeah. There is teams worse than us out there. I mean, we're just in a bit of a sticky situation at the moment, and once we get a manager in and some players, then we should be up the table.
Absolutely. Right, let's move on then from the football on the pitch, and let's talk about back in the boardroom then. January transfer windows coming up, Ben. Everyone's up and down the country writing the Christmas lists out, so let's write the whole city one, shall we? What goes top of your list?
A proven goal scorer or someone that is going to score. We just need someone up top that we can give the ball to, and they're going to put it in the back of the net, because at the minute, I know Burstow has scored his first goal against Borough, but we've not really got anyone that's really looked overly threatening. I know Joao Pedro looked decent a couple of games ago, but he's had a bit of a not had a great last few games. He's missed a couple of chances, which have been, I think Matty might have put the mockers on him.
I'm not saying anything. I'm keeping quiet about him.
Yeah, raving about him 2 weeks ago.
I know.
I'd just say a striker. Striker, or maybe like a partner for Charlie Hughes, potentially.
Right, okay. Matty?
Yeah, striker. We need a striker, don't we? That's what we've been crying out. Well, that's what we were crying out for in the summer, and we still haven't got the right person in. Burstow looks like he could potentially do that, but he does also look quite good coming in off that wing. 2 players that I've I know that this is a massive long shot, and I suppose everybody else in the Championship is the same. But I know that Evan Ferguson's kind of come up for loan, hasn't he, from Brighton? There'll be teams at the top of the division wanting him to come, and I know Villa in there on about calling Louis Barry back as well, aren't they, from Stockport, and putting him out. I mean, they're 2 players who have scored lots of goals. Well, Ferguson's got potential to score lots. Barry's doing quality at Stockport, so I don't think it'll be a massive step up from League One to the Championship, to be honest, if he's good quality. So they're 2 players potentially on the list, but yes, striker we're desperate for. I think defensively we'll probably cope or get Hughes back in, get him alongside, get Jones, get a bit more confidence. I think he's not played particularly well this season. He's lacking so much confidence, but he is a quality player still in there. So yeah, striker, winger, yeah, probably that's what we need. Something going forward.
I think you've got to remember as well, we signed Fabio Carvalho last season, so
yeah,
where's the limit? There's got to be some sort of possibility with it all.
Absolutely. Jack, finish this off for us.
I agree with the lads, but I'm also going to throw in a physical midfielder. I mean, the commentator made a good point on Saturday. When Pareto, Slater, and Irma are on, the smallest midfield in the league. I feel we need someone strong there who can anchor the midfield, a bit like Tufan did last season, or Martin did, just to give us a bit of solidity in the midfield. And then other than that, striker and a defender, that'd be a perfect Christmas list.
All right, brilliant. What have they missed? Let us know in the comments below. Sunderland signed Connolly, of course, in the free transfer market. Why Why weren't Hull in for that?
I just don't. I think he was going through a difficult time when it's been well publicised that he was kind of missing where he was. Obviously coming up from London, from Brighton and stuff. I think he'd had a few issues with alcohol and the rest. So you can tell now just looking at him that he looks a completely different player. Anyway, he's lost a lot of weight. And he looks, I mean, I've not seen him play too much, but you can just tell physically that he looks completely different, and his head's in a different place. It's a shame because I thought, he did have a potential to have he scored quite a few goals for us, and then he got injured, didn't he? And then I just don't think he recovered from that. And that's when his issues kind of kicked in. So yeah, it's a shame it didn't work out because I think he probably had the potential there to get us the goals, but yeah, it's just not worked out.
It's the same with. Have you seen what's happened to Billy Sharp as well? So all that time spent at Hull City, he didn't score a goal, and now he goes to Doncaster Rovers and he's like flying. He scored 2 today, didn't he?
Yeah,
it annoys me, really frustrates me.
We're the only team he's not good at, aren't we? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think Sharp was a bit. I think that was a bit of a desperation one, weren't it, from us? I think we thought we were going to get somebody who was, who has previously scored goal. Championship's just not his level anymore. League Two is his level. So, it gambled that didn't pay off, did it? So, and it's a shame because Connolly's in his mould, isn't he? He's kind of a similar player.
Yeah.
But then when you've got both of them on the pitch, it just didn't work, did it? So, yeah, it's a shame. But there you go.
Lovely. Right. Hardest question of the lot, this one. November is over, so we're now into, drum roll, the November Player of the Month awards.
Right.
You can't give it to the fans, although the fans definitely do deserve some award for putting up with that football all month. Ben, can you pick out one?
I think the one I'd be most inclined to go with is maybe Charlie Hughes, because throughout all the sort of miserable displays we've had, he's been one that's not been like fantastic, but he has been very solid throughout. I'd probably go with Charlie Hughes.
Okay, thank you, Jack.
I'm going to go safe and go Louis Coyle. It's cliche for a Hull fan at the moment, but I think he just puts it in a shift every single game. I know he makes a few mistakes, but that's because he's working a lot, and towards the end he becomes a bit lethargic. But overall, he's a good work ethic, and he wants what's best for the club.
I'm sure we gave it to him in October as well, didn't we?
We did. Coyle. That's why I said it's cliche.
Yeah, okay. No more. Matty?
Yeah, I'll probably go with Hughes as well. I think he's showing the potential there to be a quality centre half, and somebody who's obviously a ball playing centre half as well that can start attacks. It's just not. I don't think he's been utilised under Walter the right way. So I suppose Simons again. I think we mentioned him last month. He has been consistent in that midfield. I mean, he's keeping out. Well, he had kept out Zambrano before his ban, so he's probably the most improved player that we've got in the team. He's had a fairly decent season in that midfield, so he does give us a little bit of a presence in there with the lightweight, that we have got in my midfield. But Hughes for me, he's still 21. He's just going to be an immense, giving him 5 or 6 years. It probably won't be with us in 5 or 6 years' time, I imagine, if he keeps going the way he is. But he has been outstanding, yeah. So I'll give it to him.
All right, great shouts, thank you. Finally, what have we learned from the Walter era? What's our abiding memory? Before we never talk about this ever again. Matty?
Just what a massive error. I mean, what a clear error of judgment by Adrian there. What was he thinking, bringing in this clown to come in and stuff? So I think hopefully the learning is that you need somebody who knows how to play in the Championship and has got the experience, at least in the English game, because he clearly didn't have a clue what he's doing. And kind of the fallout from that is kind of coming through now, the way that he talked to the players, treated the players and stuff. So I think we've learned maybe there is, bringing in somebody from abroad. I know other teams have been successful with it, but it clearly hasn't worked for Hull. So bringing in somebody like that just not work. So please never bring in somebody like that again from some bizarre country, because he plays attacking football, which he doesn't play attacking football. He just plays crap football. So yeah, it's crap. Let's say that.
Have you got a favourite Walter memory?
Passing the ball backwards and never going forwards. That's all we do. I mean, we spent most of the time with the ball in our own half than we did anywhere else. At the end of the day, it's not about how much possession you get. It's what you do with the ball that matters. And we never ever got the chance to do that, except from a few odd games. But then again, everyone has those odd games. So yeah, I didn't really learn anything, and it was a bit of a waste of time, really.
Great, Ben.
To be honest, following on from what Jack said, I think we've learned that Ivo Pandor could probably do a job in midfield. The amount of times he had the ball, good with his feet. So we've seen some big improvement from him, which is quite good for us going forward. But like Jack said, just an unbelievably massive waste of time, because it's like a third of the season just gone. So yeah, big waste of time.
Okay.
It is all that, and it's all that build. What Adrian had done, built up all about fan base and stuff like that, and brought us all back together. It could have gone horribly wrong if it had kept him on for these next 2 games, because we would have just lost. He would have lost more people, and I know, I speaking for myself, we need him at the club if we're going to be successful. We can't go forward with somebody that we had last time. So hopefully he's learned his lesson that. He's not.
Yeah, we need
not always right. So listen to us fans if we're booing for a reason, because it is rubbish.
We need free travel now, free Tiger travel to make up for
it.
Yeah. That's his message from me today. Tiger travel.
Yeah. Bring the free away coaches back. Right. Okay. Well, I shall be very sad not to talk about Tim Walter anymore with you, but a new chapter must begin, and fingers crossed by the time Rovers turn up this weekend, there'll be a new man in the dugout, and we'll be here, of course, next week to review who that is. And if not, why not? Other than that, thank you very much for all your love and all your comments on this channel. We love making it grow, and long may that continue. Subscribe if you haven't done already. Press the like button. That really, really makes our day. And we'll see you next week to review Hull against Blackburn. Have a good week.